to. I don't listen hard to anyone, anywhere. No, you cannot come with us. We can only take one dog at a time. You came last time. Come on. Nuna. No. Come on, I'm sorry. Alright, so we have one dog that loves getting in the car, and we have another dog who hates it. Guess which dog hates it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, I should mow the lawn, but the air quality is so bad right now. Oh, they didn't come pick up the toilet.
I thought they were going
I
to.
know. You were on that call with me. Remember? She was like, we'll come get it tomorrow.
Your camera's really zoomed in. Going to Joann's again.
They don't know that we went to Joann's earlier or yesterday. Was that yesterday that we went?
Yeah, we went to Joann's yesterday too. It's just Georgie, as usual.
What are we getting at Joann's? Why are we going there?
We're going to Joann's because I don't need yarn, but want another thing of yarn because I'm going to make a dog for someone whose dog passed away.
Man, the air quality is so bad right now.
Everywhere's smoky and it smells horrible.
Oh, you happen to take Georgie out before we left?
No.
Alright, we'll have to make sure she goes pee before we go in there, okay?
Okay.
So if you're a dog owner, you know that sometimes your dog does stuff that you don't plan on. Georgie already went poop this morning. She's a creature of habit and she had already gone poop. Where'd Kaya go? Oh geez, scared me. She's a creature of habit. She already went poop today, so why would I think she'd poop again? I didn't, so I didn't bring poop bags. But I wanted her to go to the bathroom before we went into Joann's, and sure enough, her butt starts puckering, and she had to poop. So luckily, overprepared Kelly actually had bags in the car, because I am not one of those people who likes to leave dog poop. I don't care where it is. We're gonna go pick up that poop now. There it is. Trying to like match Scout's coat to yarn. I think this is the closest one. Kaya immediately was like, it looks like you have genie pants on. And I said, that's exactly what I have on. Biggest pain in my butt is when the kids leave this dang door open because it's right in front of my office.
I ate Doritos and a banana.
Bro, you're about to be 13.
Yeah.
And you can't close the pantry door still.
Can I get a mouse pad for my birthday?
A mouse pad?
Yeah, that's what I want.
I already got you gifts.
Oh, okay. I want those then.
Alexa, stop! It's a make corn dogs to eat kind of day. I was just really craving them for some reason. Oh, and Wyatt didn't wipe down the counter! I asked him to wipe down the counter and he didn't wipe down the counter. Whoops. And he's already done listening to me. He's on his video games.
What did you say?
Yeah, exactly. What did I say?
No, I thought you were talking to Kaya.
No, I'm talking to you. You never wiped down the counter like I asked.
You didn't ask me.
I did too. When you were eating your snack in the kitchen.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, huh? Maybe if you didn't have those headphones on, you'd hear me.
I didn't have my headphones on.
Mm-hmm. So you weren't paying attention to me, and there's Dorito bits all over the counter, and crumbs, and a banana. Come and clean it up. Yeah. Regardless of if you heard me or not, Wyatt, you know better. Go clean up the kitchen table. Lord Almighty. Listen, Wyatt, you're inching closer and closer to 18 where I can't help you anymore. You're gonna be with some poor sap in a dorm.
I don't need any help.
You don't need any help. You do too.
Uh-huh.
Famous last words. Who drank this sun-kissed orange?
Huh? Oh, it's not mine.
Who was it then?
I don't know. It was probably Daddy's. It's
Why is
because
that yours for next?
no, because I was drinking all mine. You know who doesn't drink? Ava. It's probably Ava. She wanted one yesterday.
Yeah, blame the child that's not here, although you're right, it could possibly be Ava. But still.
Save at her job. Save at her job.
Yeah, she's at work right now.
I want a job. What? How old do you have to be to ride a moped?
Ride a moped? What kind of job do you want to do that entails you riding?
No, so I could drive to a job.
The same age as you have to be to drive in general, Wyatt. You can't just drive around illegally.
How else am I going to get places?
I'm telling you one thing, Wyatt. If you can't even take care of your household duties, I'm not allowing you to go work for somebody else.
Okay.
So you want a job, you start thinking about that right now, about what you should be doing around the house to prove that you can have a job. Hit this stage with Wyatt where he only half listens. It's the teenage stage.
I'm listening. You only listen to things you want to listen to.
You say I only hear what I want to. I don't listen hard to anyone, anywhere. Don't understand. I don't know the words to the song, but that's kind of the gist of it. Don't understand what you're telling me. Only hearing that. No.
Hi.
We'll just call this Kaya's vlog. Don't scare me like that. I hate when you do that. Now I know why John hates it when I make noises that have nothing to do.
Me.
We got Jimmy John's.
We got Jimmy Jones.
Because it's Wyatt's birthday and that's what he wanted.
And Ava just had to dress like me today. She's such a
Actually,
copycat.
I didn't. Mom put on a
Such
sweatshirt after
a
I put on the sweatshirt.
Copycat!
I was the one who picked out these sweatshirts.
You did not. I'd
did
already
too.
seen them. Thank you very much. I had already seen them.
You wanted the beige one, and then
you
I
wanted
was like,
the beige
I want
one
no.
originally. You
No.
wanted the beige one originally. Nope. Who paid for them? We're taking bets to see if Wyatt will actually finish his entire sandwich because he got a 16-inch sandwich. It's the most expensive sandwich I've purchased for one person. Glad I went in to pick up the Jimmy John's because of course they had like 3 things missing from the bag and they were all Wyatt's things that he specially requested. So that's not a good look, right? Coming home, bringing your son the things he wanted for his birthday meal and then missing 3 of them. Not great. So yeah, we're gonna have a nice birthday lunch. We do have friends coming into town tomorrow. Super excited. They're people that I met online. She found me and we just started corresponding with each other years and years ago. Like, I'm pretty excited to finally meet them in person. It's always a nerve-wracking thing when you meet internet friends in person, but this should be hopefully okay. But yeah, this is the size of Wyatt's sandwich. Basically got a giant, which is this long. You gonna eat all that, son?
Yes. Where is it?
This is Wyatt's shirt I got him for his birthday.
I am faster than 80% of all snakes.
Is that actually true?
Yes.
I mean, is that not just the cutest thing you've ever seen? No, stay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. Oh, big stretch. Lay down. It's okay. Oh. It is, oh God, what's today? Today's Tuesday. It's the 4th of July. So our whole house is off for the day. I have finally entered. It feels so weird too, because I know it's going to be short-lived. But I've entered this weird stage. I hear something in the bathroom. Nobody should be home. What's going on? Oh, beautiful. My husband left the shower just running. It's been like this for 20 minutes because he's been gone for 20 minutes. John went to go grab some drinks. We are, oh look, sorry, distracted. Look at, this is my mom and her friend knitting on a stage of like a comedy show, I think, or something. But they made t-shirts. Isn't that hilarious? But anyways, we are gonna go golfing. John's been wanting to go golf for a while. And we just haven't had time, you know? Like, you guys see, and golf is something that John loves doing. Like, loves golfing. So, I don't mind it. I am not great at it, so that just automatically makes me not like it some. I do enjoy golfing, and I do love being outside, and I like spending time with John. Wait, I like being outside, and I love spending time with John. So, yeah, we're gonna go do that because, like I was mentioning before I got distracted, I finally entered into this stage where my kids, like, all go off and do stuff. Like, It's so weird. Let me rewind. It's been a block of time since the last clip because we had friends come into town. Subscriber, I hate calling her that because she's a friend, but that's how it started. I met her while she lived across the country. She found my YouTube channel and started watching my videos like a decade ago, and we've been kind of in contact ever since. And then we started FaceTiming a couple years ago, and we'll send text messages, and like she's entered my circle of like if I find a TikTok or an Instagram, she's one of the people I now send them to that I find amusing or funny or relatable. And yeah, we have been talking about getting together for a really long time, but just, you know, stuff never aligned or COVID happened or things like that. And finally she was like, hey, like what if we, you know, got together this weekend? So her and her husband actually drove a long time, like 2 days worth of driving just to get here to spend a day and a half with us. And so I didn't want to film anything because I always feel weird about putting people online without their permission, which I never do. You guys know I always ask first. But also even just putting people in that position. Like if I know that they are not those kinds of people who like to be like all over the internet, I don't even want to approach them with the question. You know, if they come to me and say, hey, like we don't mind if you, you know, film us or take a photo, or if they take a photo first, that's one thing. But if I already know that they don't really do a lot on the internet, I don't even want to make them feel uncomfortable by asking to put them in a video. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are really polite these days, and I don't want anyone to say, yeah, sure, it's okay, but also be really uncomfortable about it and then later regret it because they were just trying to be nice to me, you know? So anyways, I didn't bring the camera out. I really wanted to take this time to like spend the time, quality time with them, give them all of my full attention because again, they drove for 2 days to get here. I believe it was like a 12 or 13 hour drive. Like I just, you know, the fact that anybody who has ever found me online wants to even just message me or share a video or comment or give me words of support blows my mind already, right? Like that to me is just like, holy cow. But then the fact that some people actually want to be my real life friend and then make the effort to come out here, like, holy cow, it just means a lot to me. And it was just a really lovely time, and we got to know each other, and John really got along with them, which was awesome. You guys know my history with kind of meeting people online hasn't gone the greatest, let's just say that. Like, I'm just gonna be full on honest with you guys, and if you followed me since my Baby Belly Kelly years, you know, like, there have been relationships that just, you know, I think everybody comes into your life for a reason, and there are different seasons for people. So it was really nice to see that John, who is a really good judge of character when I'm not, I tend to always think everybody has good intentions, and I love everybody and want to just be everybody's best friend, and that always kind of puts me in hot water a lot of the times. I don't ever regret it, even though it's been very detrimental to my abandonment issues and trust issues, but I do tend to get really sad about it. So I've kind of closed myself off a little bit, just as like a way to protect myself. But anyways, John's really good at kind of having that meter of, hey, they seem kind of off, or this relationship seems kind of off, or whatever. So I kind of been valuing his opinions a lot more lately when it comes to meeting new people, and because he was right about a lot of my past relationships, and this time he was like, no, they were great, and you know, whatever, and it was just a really just cool weekend. But the kids on Saturday took off. I was like, hey, we have friends coming into town that we're meeting for the first time. Like, you know, we're not going to do a lot of like family stuff this weekend necessarily, like at least not Saturday. The kids were just like, okay, it's fine. Like, we're going to go with Ava to go spend the night at Ava's grandparents' house. And I was like, okay, cool. So they went and spent the night and like spent the whole day with Ava, and Ava like hung out with them, which I think she's trying to be nice because she's leaving in less than a month to her dorm. So I think she's realizing how short her time is as a big sister and daughter living full-time at home. So yeah, they were like, we're gonna go do this now, and we're like, okay, bye, and we just like checked in over cell phones, and it was really crazy. And then today they're like, hey, we're gonna go to Ava's friend's house to go swim, and I'm just like, okay. And they just left like an hour ago. Like, Ava just picked them up and left with them to go take them to go spend quality time swimming with her friends. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, is this my life now? Like, my son turned 13 on Friday. I have 2 teenagers technically. Like, is this my life now? I'm gonna get changed. Hopefully I still fit into my golf clothing because I did, you know, you guys know my weight fluctuates, and clothing just always fits different. But this is like new Kelly time. Like, you remember how I talked about new Kelly time? Like, this is me, this is the real me. New Kelly time also involves having teenagers who like actually like each other again, and my kids being more independent, which is awesome. They're doing their laundry, they're for the most part cleaning up after themselves. Like, it's awesome. Watch, in a week I'll be complaining about them again. But for right now, it's awesome. About the kids' ages, because Kaya turns 11 this year. And I turn 37 this year, and Ava turns 19 next year. So I was trying to like think about ages a little bit, and I realized there is gonna be a year where I turn 40. In that same year, Ava will turn 21, Wyatt will turn 16 driving age, and Kaya will be 13. All in the same year. To say that doesn't scare the shit out of me would be an understatement. Holy cow, John's 48. I think about that and I'm like, holy cow, I'm gonna be 40, still 8 years younger than him, and I will have a 21-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 13-year-old. Alright. I'm pretty much ready to go.
You see that?
Yes. I was supposed to be vlogging this whole time and I forgot you guys in my fanny pack. And now we're all done. You didn't miss much. This is my first time out in 2 years. Just because we were so busy last year and I had 2 knee surgeries, so golf was not on like forefront of my mind. But yeah, we didn't play the greatest, but it's also like 92 degrees out and humid. But good, decent for our first time out of the season. Good afternoon, it's 4:22 on a Thursday. Anyways, I forgot to vlog. You know what, never mind. I didn't even forget to vlog. I didn't feel like vlogging the last couple days. I wanted to enjoy myself. I started my period on Monday. It's been a roller coaster of a ride. PMS hit me hard. All sorts of things, like randomly crying, getting angry for no reason, craving stuff, feeling really sick to my stomach, cramps, headaches, all the good stuff, acne, bloating. So yeah, that was not a fun day, so I tried to avoid everybody that day. And then Tuesday was 4th of July. John and I went golfing. You guys saw that clip. And then yesterday I went roller skating with a friend, which was so exciting. In February of this year, I made a drunk purchase late at night while I was in bed of roller skates, and didn't realize, and this is not, oh, Kelly's got a drinking problem type of thing. I rarely drink. I got an email the next day of a confirmation that my order had shipped. Like, way to go, Tilly's. Your shipping's amazing, because literally it was like 8 hours later. And it was roller skates. I was like, what the hell? Did somebody steal my credit card? Nope. After further digging, it was a drunken purchase on my behalf. So anyways, those came. I decided to keep them because I love roller skating. I grew up roller skating. Skate night at Ohio State was like the place to be. I was there all the time. I used to be able to do tricks. I used to be able to do limbo. I used to be able to do all sorts of things. Jump, whatever, on my skates. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna start skating again. So yesterday I finally took them out in public. Up until then I was kind of just skating around my house, and it was a lot of fun. It's all you've missed so far, and now it is Thursday. And did I just step in dog poop? I don't think I did, but yeah, I am gonna go check on the vegetable garden. I had some issues with the tomatoes falling over and the stem kind of breaking, but I tied it up and we'll see what's happening. The garden, and it's actually been really helpful having this because I've been using the chives like crazy. I've been using my basil like crazy. I'm pretty disappointed, however, because my cilantro bolted early this year. I think something got to it as well, so that's useless. Basil is looking pretty thin because I did just chop a ton of stuff off of it to use for dinner the other day. Ugh. I never have luck with cucumbers, so I'm gonna call those a dead thing for now. My peppers got infested with something early on, and I sprayed them and the infestation's gone, but I think they're past their prime, which is pretty disappointing. Nuna's, oh, I was like, what's she doing? She's pooping. But my tomatoes, see how like there's that little mark right there? They bent there because they got too top heavy because I hadn't come out and checked on them in a while. But the tomatoes are still growing. I'm really hoping that they're gonna get enough sun to keep going because I would really love some fresh grown tomatoes. They are way more stunted in regards to how fast they've been growing compared to my old house because they just don't get enough sun. But I'm hoping something happens. But yeah, my herbs have been really useful. And then Kaya's over here with her newest crochet. You dummy, I'm over at this door. Come here. Come on, this way. Come on. There you go. She has been crocheting up a storm, and she made a snake. Morning. It is Friday. Although it feels like Wednesday for some reason. I think the holiday weekend really messed me up. But, just woke up. I woke up like this. Hey. Just got done getting gas. I needed to get out of the house. Super excited. It was only $52, but we also didn't fill it up all the way because we still had like a quarter of a tank left. We've just decided we're gonna be those people who constantly just refill it before it needs to be empty because it's so damn expensive. We did go to Sam's Club, and I highly suggest, if you've already signed up through my affiliate link, which gets you the year-long membership for $24.99, which is an amazing deal. I believe they extended the $20 entertainment gift card to deal where you get that along with the $24.99 price. So basically you get a free $20 gift card to like some type of entertainment. If you've already gotten that membership, however, I highly suggest if you go to Sam's for gas, go on a Friday evening because there was like nobody there. It was perfect. And then we just stopped in real quick because we needed a few things. We wanted to get more pulled pork and some buns because you guys know the pulled pork that we get there is just our favorite. So it's good to keep in the refrigerator. You can also freeze it. And then I was super excited because I've been hunting down every store to figure out when they'd start carrying cherry plums. A couple years ago, while shopping at Sam's, I discovered cherry plums. What are cherry plums, you might ask? They are a hybrid fruit that is a mix between cherries and plums. I think the bag's back there. I don't know if you can see those. They're back there. But they're so delicious. But I discovered them a couple years ago at Sam's Club, and ever since, they are very seasonal. They're only around a certain small point of every summer here. And so I've just been like waiting for them to come back. I was super excited because Sam's Club had them, so I was able to snag 2 bags, and they're, again, our favorite treat. Go to Sam's Club. Click my affiliate link underneath this video, sign up for $24.99 for a year, try out Sam's, see if you like it. Again, it's just one of our favorite places to shop because, I don't know, it's more affordable sometimes than Costco, and it's just more streamlined. And again, the membership is way cheaper than Costco's, especially through my link. So you don't have to put in any code, just click the link and then sign up through it, and then I get credit for it. So I appreciate it if you do that. But yeah, cherry plums, go get them. Morning, it's Saturday. I literally woke up like this. If you cohabitate with another human being, you gotta let me know how the sleeping situation is. I don't want to say I judged people. I didn't judge people, but I made assumptions. I used to make assumptions. Yeah, that's a good word. I used to make assumptions about people who slept in separate rooms after they were married for a long time, and I kind of just didn't understand why, because I'm like, why don't you want to sleep with that person? Because I really enjoy being around John. But I'm now going on my 4th night of not getting any sleep because my husband's snoring is so bad. So bad. I don't know, so last night I ended up going downstairs around, I want to say 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I didn't fall asleep last night until about 6 a.m. So luckily it's a Saturday. I woke up at 10. Kids thankfully slept in. It's a really rainy, gross day here, so the house was kind of quiet for the most part. So I didn't wake up until about 10 a.m. So I did get about 4 hours of sleep last night. Like you can see, I've never had such dark eye circles. But I'm now realizing, like, okay, sometimes it is better to sleep in separate bedrooms, I think. But it scares me because I don't want to be separate from my husband. We love each other a lot, and I enjoy physical contact with him and want to be near him. But I need to sleep. And I need to sleep without guilt. Like, he has no problem with me kicking him and him, you know, when he's snoring. But when I have to do it all night long, I feel bad because then he's not getting a restful sleep. So it's just this double-edged sword of like, I don't know. So again, this is my 4th night and I'm still on my period, which I don't understand why it's been so long. My period usually has been lasting for like 2.5 days and then it's gone and I'm going on day 6. So it kind of worries me because I'm wondering if maybe my endometriosis is, like, my symptoms are coming back worse or what. I don't know. Maybe it's just a fluke because it's been a couple stressful months. But I really needed sleep last night and I didn't get any. So, and then again, it's like the 4th night in a row. But I'm totally starting to understand why people have separate bedrooms when they get married, or I should say after they've been married for a long time. Because between having a kid at 18, having 2 more kids, bartending for a living when I was younger, and now being married to this snorer, I'm pretty sure I'm really behind on sleep. And that could be the root of all of my issues. Who knows? So it's 11:06. I say so a lot as a filler, I just realized. So. I know. I feel like Kaya does that too. I should probably fix that before she gets into the bad habit. But anyways, we're on our way to go have lunch with Rachel. Super excited. As I mentioned earlier, we have technically met her before. We ran into her at a Target and she recognized us and I got to chat with her a little bit, but that was years ago. It was pre-COVID, and so we're finally getting together to spend time to actually have a conversation in person. We're on our way. Yeah, nervous.
Baby.
Mm-hmm. Can you open up the other garage?
Sure.
Sure.
You can get it up there. Oh boy. You want me to help?
No, I know.
Oh, I'm not gonna help.
Don't help me.
Okay. Alright.
If you help me, then I won't be able to do it myself.
I know.
I'm in the river.
There you go.
So I've been up since 6:30. Ava had her wisdom teeth taken out this morning. It's 9:52. I just got her settled in. John pulled her gauze out because here's the thing, weird. I'm okay with my own blood. I am not okay with other people's blood. Which is great considering my youngest has a bleeding disorder and bleeds a lot. So he was thankfully there to help with that part for Ava. He would have gone today with me to the procedure, but he had a really important work meeting that he couldn't miss. It was kind of weird being in the waiting room because literally there were like other groups of people or families there with kids the same age as Ava, and both sets of parents were there. Like there was the mom and the dad with all of them, and here I was by myself. But you know, being a single mom, when I was young, I'm used to that. Like, I think Ava's dad maybe went to one prenatal appointment the entire time I was pregnant, and he's gone to exactly one doctor's appointment her 18 years of living. So I'm used to being by myself. I'm used to going to that stuff by myself. But I think because I've been married to John, I've been so spoiled because literally he was there for mostly every prenatal appointment for all 3 pregnancies. I did have a miscarriage my first pregnancy with him, but I had multiple visits for that, you know, before I miscarried, and he was basically at every single pediatrician's appointment, like when they were little, and even now he still goes to pediatrician appointments or pediatric appointments. So I'm used to being a single mom when it comes to Ava, but I did get quite spoiled because of John, because he was always there and I never had to ask. And even he was there for like all of Ava's, you know, pediatric appointments. He started going to those with me, and for the most part he just goes to a lot of stuff with me. And so yeah, it was just kind of like a sad moment, just like for a split second, because I was like, oh man, I'm the only person here by myself. But it was fine. But she's doing really well. She does not handle anesthesia very well. I was kind of surprised and a little taken aback because, you know, the girl in front of her that was taken back about 10 minutes prior to her was her age, and she came out, you know, out of the office laughing and kind of goofy. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I get Ava and she's just sobbing, crying. And I was like, you know, what's wrong? Like, are you in pain? And she was like, no, I'm just really sad. And it was just kind of like, oh, okay. I don't know what to do about that. She's very emotional right now, which I get kind of sad on anesthesia as well, not to the degree that she does. So good luck to whoever takes care of her when she gets drunk for the first time. John's at home with her because I needed to take some stuff to the seamstress to get altered before my trip. But yeah, it's been a fun morning, and then I need to go pick up her antibiotics. Hopefully they'll be done by the time I'm done where I need to go. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I'm very, very tired. I'm still trying to catch up on sleep. Getting your wisdom teeth out is so weird. I was telling John this because it, like, having, like, now Ava getting hers taken out has been so totally different from when I got mine taken out, because I got mine taken out when I was 18 as well. Or actually, I think I was 19 because Ava was about 2. And I remember getting it done, and I was on Medicaid because I was a single mom. And the only place in Toledo at the time that took Medicaid, it was an office in Sylvania. And it was like a chop shop, basically. So I had 4 impacted teeth, which means that they were like pushing against my bottom teeth, which is part of the reason why my teeth got so crooked at the bottom even after braces. Yeah, I had to go in on a Saturday morning. The doctor was only doing them between, like for Medicaid patients, he was only doing them between the hours of 9 and either 11 o'clock or noon, and it was first come, first serve. Like, you didn't even have an appointment, because again, this is Medicaid, this was state insurance. I remember my mom waking me up really early and taking me at like 7 o'clock, we got in line at this place. Like, thinking, like I was telling this to John, like thinking about this now and saying it out loud, I'm like, I don't even know how this was legal. So we showed up at the office, waited in line, filled out paperwork, and then they take you back. And I was one of the first people there, because again, if they, you know, if you go and wait and they're like, it's 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock when their cutoff is, you just get sent home. So my mom made sure we were there first thing so that way I would get in for an appointment. And I remember filling out my paperwork and going back and them saying like, okay, we can only give you local because that's all we're willing to do since you have Medicaid. So I remember getting a bunch of little jabby painful shots that did basically nothing in regards to numbing anything. And then I remember them saying, okay, we're gonna make your first incisions. So what they do is they cut open your gums and then they, break your teeth out, essentially. And so all I remember from the actual part of them breaking my teeth out is just awful, painful, disgusting cracking noises, and him yanking at my jaw, and the nurse holding my shoulders down and saying, ma'am, you've got to stop moving, ma'am, you've got to stop moving. And it taking like a half an hour of this, just them cranking on my jaw and opening my mouth and holding me down because I was in so much pain, and like my jaw just hurts from now. And after that is actually when my TMJ got really, really bad. It was poppy before then, but that experience just ruined my jaw. So yeah, that was my experience. And then I went home and I was, they gave me a prescription for narcotics, but I didn't take any because Ava's dad didn't want to watch her for that day. And again, it was a Saturday, mind you, and he didn't want to take her, or couldn't, or I don't remember. And so my mom helped out the best she could, but she also had things going on. So I just remember not being able to take any pain medication because I wanted to be coherent for Ava, because she was like 19 months old. And so I just remember, and I have pictures of it, I just remember sitting there on the couch drooling and her crawling all over me and me trying to get her to settle down to watch movies with me as much as possible so that I could rest, while also bottle feeding her and just trying to stay coherent. So yeah, the experiences are totally different. I don't feel like the person who actually did my procedure, probably looking back, I don't even know if that was even legal back then. But yeah, I just remember being treated like a second-class citizen. And I mean, I guess that's how they thought of people who were teen moms on Medicaid, but that was just like a horrific experience. So I'm glad Ava's was not like that. She definitely had like a nicer experience because she was put under for hers. And the doctor's office that we took her to was just really, really nice, and it was clean and all of that. But yeah, I don't know, the things you experience in your life. Fun little new historic fact about Kelly. Somebody said recently that I should write a book, and I'm like, nobody wants to read that. It's just a lot of childhood trauma into adulthood. Nobody wants that.